Big promises without a clear plan. That is such a red flag. If all they're doing is talking about their own success and really not leaning into specifically how they can help you, then that's a problem. A good coach really does give you the information and the space you need to make an empowered decision. All right, you guys, I am so freaking excited for today. Today is April 21st, and the doors for ReNewU, my signature 8-week program to help divorced moms to start their online coaching businesses. Even if they have no idea where to start, doors are officially open. And so I'm so excited about that. I'll talk a little bit more about that later in the show, but I wanted to do today's episode because if you've been thinking about hiring a coach, I think for a lot of women coming out of divorce, I know for myself, it was a huge opportunity, one that I took advantage of to really step into my next chapter and really look at my life and figure out what do I want to do next. It's what led me to starting my business, right? My first online business started off as a side hustle. It's where I really delved into a lot of personal development, a lot of spiritual growth. And I did that by hiring coaches and mentors, right? And so listen, if you've been thinking about hiring a coach to help you either grow your business, grow a business, or maybe you need help just kind of general life coaching or rebuild your confidence or some personal development. The truth is it can feel very daunting sometimes because how do you know who's legit and who's not? Investing in a coach is a big decision, right? It's a financial decision. It's a commitment of your time, of your energy, of your resources. And, if you've been burned before, or maybe you're afraid of wasting money, or maybe you don't trust yourself that you are going to follow through, you might not have a lot of confidence in hiring a coach. And also you might not have a lot of knowledge of what to look for, because the truth is that not all coaches are created equal, and really choosing the right one, the right fit, can really make or break your progress. So today I wanted to dive into 5 red flags to avoid when hiring a coach and 5 green flags to look for when you're hiring a coach, and really just how to make sure, no matter what kind of coach you're hiring, how to make sure that you're investing in the right person for you. And listen, if you are ready to stop guessing, if you have been thinking about starting a coaching business or maybe you've been sitting on it for a while, nothing's come about it, and you really want to follow a step-by-step roadmap to launching your own coaching business, then you've got to head to the link in the show notes and check out who ReNewU is exactly for. This is the only online business program for divorced moms who want to build a profitable coaching business without the guesswork. So this step-by-step system in this 8-week program is going to take you from just an idea, or maybe you've got several ideas that we need to narrow down, an idea all the way to income in just 8 weeks without feeling overwhelmed or stuck. This is a program that I personally walk you through, coach you through, hold your hand, and we're building out your business in real time. So the doors close for ReNewU this Thursday, April 24th, I think. I am not going to be reopening it. I think I might be reopening it in the fall, towards the end of the year. My team and I are still navigating that. We may not actually be even opening it until next year. So you definitely want to check that out and get in on it. So let's get into some of these 5 red flags. Before you hand over your money to me or to anybody, I want you to watch out for these 5 red flags. This could mean, and some of these red flags doesn't necessarily mean that they're a bad coach. It just could also mean that they're not the right fit for you. The very first red flag is be wary of coaches that make big promises without a clear plan. I was talking to a client the other day, and she was really, she ended up deciding to work with me one-on-one, but she was very hesitant because the last coach that she had worked with promised her as a brand new coach that she was going to be pulling in $10,000 months by month 2. And I was like, $10,000 months by month 2, and you're a brand new coach, just getting going. She's like, yep, that's your promise. And I was like, well, how'd that work out? Did you do that? She's like, no, absolutely not. Let me ask you this. When you were going through, when he was selling you on his program, did he walk you through exactly how that was going to happen? Because that's a pretty big jump to go from 0 to consistent 10K months in 2 months. And in fact, that's unheard of. Looking back, we really didn't have a clear plan. I would say, number one, it's big promises alone is a red flag, but also big promises without a clear plan. That is such a red flag. So I got to be honest with you guys. If you are thinking about starting a coaching business and you ever hear somebody telling you that you're going to make steady 10K months by month 2 or 3, they're full of shit. honestly, and you can tell them I said that, okay? They're full of shit because really that is not realistic. I mean, really, I think that you don't really get until consistent 10K months. You're really very consistent with your marketing and your social media and you're growing a following really fast and you've got a strategy and you've got a plan in place. Do I think that you can get to consistent 10K months by like month 6? Yeah, for sure. I did it in my business. Yeah, you can. In fact, I've done that twice. Yes, you can. But really the first few months, the first at least 3 to 6 months, you are really just getting settled into your niche, getting clarity around your messaging, really starting to grow your platform, starting to get well known in your space as an expert, building trust with your audience. I mean, building trust alone with a brand new audience takes time. So to be honest with you, realistically, more so what I see is usually by between month 2 and month 3, that is when you're getting your first client. If you are consistent and you have a mentor who's helping you, who knows what they're doing, and they are helping you to fast track it, most of my clients are getting their very first clients between month 2 and 3. And that's because I've got specific strategies, ones that I teach you in ReNewU, rinse and repeat strategies for exactly how to do that. I have a clear plan because if I'm going to make a promise, start getting clients between months 2 and 3, I need to be able to back that up. Right? I need to have a clear process in place, a step-by-step rinse and repeat system when it comes to social media, when it comes to your sales process, when it comes to your methodology and how you coach people, your process. All of that has to have a step-by-step system or it's not going to happen. That is the first red flag I want you to be aware of is, are they making big promises and are they making big promises that they don't have a clear plan? The other thing that I want you to be aware of is if they don't have any proven experience, or maybe even if they even have fake testimonials. I am always a huge fan when it comes to testimonials of like actually seeing screenshots. Regardless of that, even if it's a brand new coach, it's okay if they don't have a ton of testimonials, but they damn well then better have achieved it themselves. They either have to have proof that whatever it is, the transformation or whatever it is, coaching that they're going to help you with, either they've achieved it themselves or they have worked with other people to do that. But bottom line, you got to have some proof that they are able to do what they say. It's not even about having 1 million followers, right? They just need to show you that they've had real results, either from their own journey or from past clients. So that's another thing. The other thing is pressuring you into a fast decision. Let me be clear on this. I'm a big fan of showing up and getting to a place of a hell yes or a hell no. That's an act of decisiveness, okay? I think one of my pet peeves is when people waffle. You either ask enough questions or know what you have to know in order to get to a hell yes or a hell no. It's one or the other, right? But it's the waffling that will wear you the hell out and get you nowhere. This is what I tell people, especially when working with me. It's like, listen, ask me anything. Let's talk about it. You have concerns. If you're not sure this will work for you. Even with ReNewU, you guys, if you have been thinking about joining ReNewU and you've got questions though, whether or not it's the right program, hit me up. Send me a message on Instagram. Send me an email, amber@ambershaw.com. Let's talk. Because regardless, I just want you to get to a hell yes or a hell no. Okay. And so when coaches are pressuring you to make a fast decision, right? Like now, it's one thing to be like, hey, the door's closed by XYZ date. This is when the cart's open. You're going to have 4 days to make your decision. I don't think that's a fast decision, right? Get all the information, look on the website, look at the FAQs, ask the questions, all the things, get to a decision. But if someone is like, hey, like you got to make a decision right now, or like you're going to fail. Like, first of all, if someone said that to me, I'd be like, what? Like kiss my ass. Like I'm out of here. Right? We don't need to be high pressure, but a good coach really does give you the information and the space you need to make an empowered decision. You definitely don't want to fall into a high pressure situation. That's personally not my style. When somebody tells me that they need to think about it, I'm like, cool, think about it. What's important is just helping you to get to, and that's my goal, is helping you to get to a decision, whether or not it's a yes or whether or not it's a no. Another red flag that we want to really focus on that when you're working with the coach is the lack of support. I want you to be really, really careful when you are joining programs or you're deciding to work with a coach, whatever that looks like. I want you to be really careful about kind of like skimming over in the ways that they support you. I want you to pay attention. How do they guarantee your success? Ask that question too. Don't be afraid to ask the question. How are you going to guarantee my success? I love answering that question because for me, especially this is the case in ReNewU, and really I'm such a hands-on coach because how I guarantee my clients client's success is that I'm building out their business with them in real time. Whether or not I'm working with somebody one-on-one or I'm working with them in ReNewU, we are building out your business in real time. So that means real live feedback from me. ReNewU, we've got weekly coaching calls where literally is me on the call doing hot seats, doing laser focused coaching to where you're taking the curriculum, the training from that week that I give you ahead of time. So you've got time to digest it, to watch it. Now keep in mind, these are quick trainings anywhere from like 20 to 45 minutes because nobody has time for like a 2-hour training. But these are quick trainings, 20 to 45 minutes that you have time to watch, to digest. And then you come to the weekly call. It's me in real time coaching you through that, right? I'm giving you homework. I'm walking you through your homework. But how I guarantee your success is that I don't want you to have to wait to get support on our weekly calls. I want you to be able to have access to me anytime you want to ask a question during the program, so that you can get your questions answered and we can be building out your business and have you making progress. So just pay attention to the support that they're giving you, right? And does that fit your needs? Like if you're somebody who's like a total DIY person, you're like, yeah, I don't really need that kind of hand-holding support, then that's what's important to you, right? What I find though with most women who are just starting out in their coaching business, if they are going to be successful, because there's so many, questions that can come up, it absolutely requires a hand-holding process, which is what I love to do. And I love to build out these businesses in real time. So check the support piece of it. The last red flag that I want to share is that if this coach is focusing more on themselves than on you. And what I mean by that is that when either you get on a call with them or when you are, maybe you're at one of their live events or whatever that looks like, if all they're doing is talking about their own success and really not leaning into specifically how they can help you, then that's a problem. That's a problem because really coaching should be about your transformation, right? And what is the Cinderella story that you're going to walk away with? And really, then how can that coach help you get there? That's really, really what's important. And this is exactly why in ReNewU, we spend even the very first week that we are together. It is all about diving into your unique story and your passions and your interests. And I spent a lot of time, especially in that very first week, getting to know each one of you in the program so that I can best facilitate your transformation as you build out your coaching business over the 8 weeks together. It's really, really important that this is why I love to keep ReNewU a little bit more intimate group, because I love getting in and getting to know you, getting to know your dreams for your business. What's the business we're going to create? How are we going to create it? What's the transformation you can offer? And really helping you to get answers and clarity around all of those questions. So definitely it is a red flag if the coach is really not actively listening to you and what's going on with you, and they are spending more time focusing on themselves. So you guys, I got to tell you, like when it comes to these red flags, this is exactly why I built ReNewU, because I know that too many women feel lost trying to figure out business on their own. And there's a lot of shitty coaches out there. So, in ReNewU, which I'm so excited, again, the doors close Thursday, you're going to learn a step-by-step roadmap for how to build your coaching business. I'm going to be giving you live support and feedback so that you never feel stuck or have questions. And this is also going to come with a community of like-minded women, divorced moms just like you, who are building out their business. All right. Now, really quickly, those are the 5 red flags. I just want to share with you 5 red or 5 green flags that you should look for. So let's just talk about really quickly what then makes a good coach. Number 1, they have a clear and proven system. So a great coach doesn't just motivate you. They've got a repeatable system that gets you results. Inside ReNewU, I'm actually going to teach you my repeatable system, my proven method for teaching beginners, divorced moms who want to start a profitable coaching business. I'm going to walk you through my 3-step framework. It's the 3 C's, and this is the 3 phases that we need to get you through in order to launch your business. So look for coaches that have a clear, proven system. All right. The second one is that we want to look for a coach that focuses on your goals specifically, not just their own success, right? So just really you want to look for a coach that is going to listen to you and then customize their approach, right? They should really be helping you to find what works, what your strengths, your expertise, your experience, and how do they pull that out of you to craft, exactly the business that you are dreaming of creating. That's really, really important. The third one one is they offer support and accountability. So whether or not that is through coaching calls or check-ins or a community, what's really, really important and what I want you to look for is that you have ongoing support. Now, as I've already mentioned, in ReNewU, you will be surrounded by other divorce moms who are on the same journey. And as I already mentioned, we're going to have weekly coaching sessions where I'm going to be giving you lasered one-on-one coaching in that group environment to make sure that you're supported every step of the way. The fourth thing that I want you to look for is that they make things simple and actionable, right? I think that what really makes a great coach is one that really knows how to break things down in a clear and manageable way instead of something that feels totally overwhelming. This is why I'm so fired up. And this is why I only coach divorce moms, because in ReNewU, I am focused on helping the divorce mom to build this out in a way that feels doable and feels manageable. Most of the women that I work with are working a full-time working job and single momming it while trying to build out this business. And I know what it takes to do that because I've done it myself twice, twice when I built 2 online businesses. So I know what it takes. So everything that I teach you is through the lens of a busy, single, divorced mom. I'm never going to be having you do things and building out your business that is going to take hours and hours a day. And in fact, I get asked a lot, like, if I'm going to invest in ReNewU, what does that look like on a weekly basis? And I would say, honestly, if you have maybe 1 to 2 hours a week that you are able to devote to building out your coaching business, then you're good. You are good. I would say, 1 to 2 hours or 15 minutes a day, somewhere around there. That's really, that is really for me, when I'm creating content, especially when you're first getting going, 15 to 30 minutes a day is absolutely doable. So just make sure you're working with a coach that understands your unique set of challenges as a divorced mom and really makes things simple and actionable. The last one is they have walked the walk. The green flag I want you to look for is, listen, a good coach has been where you are and they know the struggles firsthand. This is why I created ReNewU, because I was a newly divorced mom who had no idea how to start a business, but I figured it out. You guys are getting in ReNewU, you guys are getting the cliff notes of 6 years of building 2 businesses and spending tens of thousands of dollars on coaches and personal development and growth to build out my business. I'm giving it all to you guys on a silver platter, and we're going to give you the cliff notes in the 8-week program. So just important to really work with somebody who's walked the walk. I cannot emphasize that enough. So just a quick recap here. Listen, if you are, looking for a coach to either help you to build out a business or for personal development or whatever that looks like, just some red flags to be on the lookout for is somebody that maybe doesn't have any proof, any testimonials, or even like proof that they've navigated it themselves. If they've got big promises, but with no real clear action steps on how to actually get there. If they're doing like super high pressure tactics, if there's not a lot of support and there's really not a step-by-step plan, you want to stay away from those coaches, okay? Green flags are, do they have a proven system, right? Do they have a proven system that they can show you works? Are they giving you clear guidance? Can they show you real results? And are they giving you accountability? And do they have the experience? Are they where you want to be someday? That's really, really important. So if you are looking for a coach who gives you an actual step-by-step plan, real support, and a proven system to start your business, then girl, I want to invite you to ReNewU. That's exactly what we're doing, because inside ReNewU, I'm going to help you to find your niche so that you know exactly what to offer. I'm going to help you to create your coaching framework so you feel comfortable and confident working with clients. And I'm also going to share with you a repeatable system to consistently land 1 to 5 clients a month without stress or overwhelm. So as I mentioned before, I do like to take a more intimate group for ReNewU. So the spots are limited because I really want to give each and every woman that one-on-one laser focused guidance and support that she needs to build out her business. So you guys, I'm closing the doors on this Thursday, April 24th at midnight PST. So just head to the link in the show notes for ReNewU. And if you listen to this episode and you are curious if ReNewU is for you, send me a message. Let's talk. Let's chat about it. I'm going to help you get to either a hell yes or a hell no. So until next time, beautiful, remember, divorce is not the end. Girl, it's your fucking launch pad. All right, I'll catch you on the next one.